I need to manifest 70,000 in 7 days. This is Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host. And a question on my Facebook group, if you want to join. By the way, you can pop questions there. You can ask me stuff there directly. You can get help from other people who know these kinds of ideas. Ask this question, and I wanted to address it because it's very interesting in a few ways. Because one, it's saying there is an outside cause, and two, it's saying that you need to do something to fix that outside cause. Now, by that I mean you will have a situation in your awareness, right? Let's just say it's a bill. You have a bill, and that bill costs 70,000, right? 70,000, quite a large amount of money. Probably a medical thing. Who knows what it is? Right? It doesn't really specify. It doesn't really matter. Now you have a situation. Now you need to fix the situation. So your mind goes to, okay, how do I fix the situation? Well, I need to manifest the money to sort the situation out. Now you're limiting reality twice. You're saying that situation exists and no other situation that revolves around this thing exists. So you're limiting reality, which is fine. Then you're limiting it further by saying this can only be sorted out by 70,000, whatever currency does, right? Whatever, $70,000, $70,000 has to fix the situation. Now as God, you are saying, I have limited myself into bringing the situation into my awareness, and then I'm limiting myself further by saying that the only way it can be fixed is me manifesting $70,000, right? Now you see, there's not just two gods here, there's three in a sense. One, the God of the situation is seeming to be in your way, which is you are deeming greater than you, and anything you deem greater than you must be God, right? Because you are God. How can something else be greater than you? But that must be God. And two, something is greater than that situation, which is the money that solves it. So that's God too. Where are you on this hierarchy? You're like the third thing, right? You're the fourth thing actually, because you're asking for help. Now you're asking for help from other people. So you're saying they're God too, right? In essence, all of that is actually God. But here's the thing. None of that is sentient. None of that is omniscient, omnipresent, and omni-aware, whatever the other one is. Omnipresent, I think it is, right? Whatever. None of that stuff matters because you are the consciousness that literally directs the power that you are. So when you acknowledge that, okay, yes, and we can go backwards here. We can acknowledge that yes, in the specific reality where 70,000 comes into your life and you just pay that thing and it sorts and then it's sorted out. That purely exists. That's fine. But you're not here to mitigate reality. You're not here to mitigate reality. You're not here to mitigate reality. You are here to consciously call forth reality changing and fluctuating in such a way that you can experience yourself as the creator. Right? So it's not just like, oh, I need to manifest 70 grand because there's a problem in front of me. Right? It's not that. It's knowing that 70 grand is paltry in terms of what it is I have in my awareness of being. I have all the money in the world in my awareness of being. It unfolds to me via my higher self according to who and what I believe myself to be. I am reality. So, that is step one in this thing. You don't need to do step one. It was just making a point, right? First and secondly, you don't even have to be the one that has the 70 grand. Somebody could just offer it to you and give it to you. Somebody could just pay it off. Or that idea, however you feel about that idea being likely or not likely, doesn't matter. It exists, right? It just exists. And it doesn't. I heard recently there was a guy who paid off $1 million in £1 million in people's loans just because he could. You see? You say, oh no, but why now? You're gonna say, oh, why can't that happen to me? It doesn't matter. You just have to allow the idea that this 70,000 can come into your life in an infinite number of ways. Now let's go further. Going further, looking at the problem itself, the situation, the circumstance, that thing is not God. That thing is not source of reality. You are source of reality. So even further saying, no, there's this thing that requires a certain amount of money. So it's now you conflating the whole idea as one. Cool. This thing requires a certain amount of money. That's the situation. I assume it's going to work itself out for me, for my benefit, for my understanding, for my beingness, whatever happens. If I get money to pay it, amazing. If it just goes away for whatever reason, amazing. It's going to unfold perfectly because it came into my life in some way. It can go out in some other way. That's it. I am reality. And I think this is no longer my preference, this feeling, this understanding. I'm going to call forth my own knowing that I am the version of reality, that all of this stuff means nothing. It literally unfolds and goes back into the unseen source that I am, because I am reality. That's literally it. There's no quick fix, there's no trick, there's no 8 hour subliminal tape, there's no meditation for this, there's no affirming, there's no, you can affirm I am worthy all you want, it doesn't matter. But you are worthy, you are I am, and you are God. So you can affirm it from just being, from the expression of that simply just being true, because it is true. So you don't need something. The only thing you need is me. I am awareness. The only thing you need is me. I am awareness. You, I am awareness. You are, I am. So whatever you desire, as in the situation resolved and gone, is already done, already exists. You don't need to go and say, what's the most logical way to fix this? You don't know what the most logical way to fix this is. You know a logical way to fix this. The most logical way for God is not what your way is, because your consciousness is not built to logic your way through reality. It's only there to logically understand where you are right now. That's about it, right? You can logically understand the story as to how you got here. Like if I have a pen in my hand and I put it down, I logically know I put the pen down. And I pick the pen up and I logically know I picked the pen up. But how things unfold forward, you logically can't do it. You cannot do it. You can't predict the future. No matter how many times you might get it right. Like, oh no, I saw that coming. No, you call it forth. You call forth. It's like, oh, I pressed play on this movie and now the movie's playing. Yes. It is actually that obvious. So, there's no need. There's no 70 grand. There's no situation. There's literally just your awareness of what it is you desire. So what is it you desire? Much love, and I'll see you on the next one.